Coach?
All right, just injury-wise, P. Ryan won't participate today. Avery won't participate today. Mims won't participate in practice today. Limited will be Flacco and Marcus May, and then the rest of those guys will be in full. So, all right, with that, what do you guys got?
What happened with Mims, Adam?
We had an issue with the other hamstring.
Is it as serious as the first one that sidelined him a few weeks?
No.
Is he out for Sunday, Adam?
I don't know. You'll find out after practice, but it's not looking good.
And with Marcus, did he? He's now listed with an ankle, so that's something new. Obviously, must have tweaked an ankle.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals. I don't know exactly how it happened, but in practice the other day, I think he got kind of caught. Somebody stepped on him. It's been bothering him, since the other day.
Do you expect to have him for Sunday, Adam?
We'll see. I mean, today the fact that he's going to practice is a good sign.
Adam, just what's the feeling like now? 48 hours from opening this up after this kind of crazy offseason.
I think it seems like guys are excited, good energy. Feels like things are moving fast. The meetings. It's no matter how long our meetings are, it always seems like. It's just the time is just going so fast. I think that's part of the excitement of kind of actually getting to a real game. Obviously, when that first game gets kicked off the night before, when it's Thursday and you're kind of putting those finishing touches on game plan stuff, getting ready for the next day, and that game comes on, that's when it's almost here. So I think guys are. I know the coaching staff, players, staff, everybody that's really been involved in this thing since the beginning are pretty fired up.
Adam, can you just talk a little bit, I guess, about where Denzel is mentally? You kind of had spoken glowingly about him going into this game. Sam talked about how explosive he is, and now to have this kind of a setback where he injures his other hamstring.
Yeah. I thought he was heading in the right direction mentally. It's a shame because yesterday I thought when we were doing routes versus air, I was seeing him really coming off the ball. The way he was running, the way he was executing some of the routes that we were doing. I was getting fired up, just kind of get him in practice, see what we were going. The first day I think he was a little tentative on Wednesday. Yesterday he started juicing it up pretty good, and we had to pull him out.
Is there a chance he could go on IR?
Yeah, that's something I'll talk to Joe about.
Adam, did you guys think is the challenge? Adam, how big is the challenge for your offensive line, which is a pretty new unit with a lot of new people, facing a front seven that is known for a lot of tricky twists and stunts and games and has been together a long time?
Yeah, that's a tough part of it. It's going to be, you talk about, learning on the run a little bit in this game, the speed, the tempo. I know we've gone through practice. I know our defense does a lot, but it's a little different when we get into a real game. Those juices start amping up. Things just really start picking up, and I'm sure they'll have some things that we haven't seen them do before. I'm sure Sean will have something he usually does. We're going to have to make adjustments during the game. We're going to have to keep working through any kind of mistakes we make. That's part of the NFL and in 2020 right now. We're not going to be the only team going through any kind of adjustment like this.
We'll take a few more for Coach.
Adam, did you know about Josh Bellamy's situation before you guys let him go?
I did not.
Can you describe if you guys have finalized any plans with regard to the anthem? Last night we saw one team stay in the locker room, the other team was out. Have you described?
Yeah, we've had a few discussions on it. I think we're close to finalizing what we want to do. We have a discussion tomorrow morning with our captains and leadership council, and I think what we talked about was making sure that before we got on that plane we knew how we were going about everything.
Adam, I think, I don't know, this is reading between the lines, Earl, but I mean, you seem probably a little more down today. I guess just talking. I mean, could you describe this latest kind of setback with Denzel as a gut punch at all? I mean, considering how optimistic you guys all were.
No, I got practice in 4 minutes, and I'm trying to get you guys to hurry up. Let's be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he worked really hard to get back, and for it to be the other hamstring, he was really excited to get out there, and for that to happen yesterday, I hated seeing him go through that.
How likely are you to call up Fales to be your number 2 on Sunday?
50-50 shot.
What's the other 50?
I mean, could be Mike White, could be Joe Flacco.
We'll take one more for Coach.
Rich, I feel like you just want me to should I just fax our game plan to Buffalo? I mean,
I get CC'd on that.
Yeah,
I think Sean McDermott is on the edge of his seat waiting to find out.
No, but I mean, it's like we can't keep anything. We can't keep anything from you. You're like invested. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, it's a relevant question. I mean, you learned last year the importance of a backup quarterback. You know, how it can affect
ESPN, I guess.
Adam, you've seen what Josh Allen can do. You know, you've faced him a few times now, both with his arm and his legs. How much of a challenge does he present with the kind of dual threat he is?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the longer he's going to play, the better he's going to get. You saw, I mean, his ability in the pocket, throwing the ball all over the place as far as deep, intermediate, short. It improved throughout the season. He got very comfortable. Obviously, they had a great run, and he got hot, and he did a good job of managing situations, and at the same time being in situations where he had to go win games. I don't think anybody had more fourth quarter game-winning comebacks than what he did last year. And I mean, I'm sure they're excited to head into the season knowing he made a lot of strides last year. So, you know, we got to do a good job. We got to try to keep him in the pocket and, you know, prevent him from, you know, having explosive plays, which is it's tough when you got the weapons they got on the outside with the speed they have. And, you know, they're always going to be able to, you know, run the ball because that's what they've done that well in the past as well. So, I mean, it's a tough challenge for our defense.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, have a good one.